here today to let the DEP and Governor Corbett know that we demand environmental protection and justice for the hundreds of families harmed by the extractive industries. So no longer will we be disregarded. No longer will we be ignored. And no longer will injustice stand unchallenged. Today we are here to claim our DEP and fight for justice for our communities and all of our neighbors here right now. So our first speaker is Melissa Trollman. She's the outreach coordinator with Mountain Watershed Association and works with so many of these families who are dealing with injustice every day and dealing with the DEP not answering questions. Melissa?
Hi everybody, thanks for coming out. This is such a good turnout. So yes, I work with impacted families every single day. I'm going to tell you a little story about a conversation I had with one of the attorneys here Thursday, I think it was, last Thursday. So I've been trying for many years to get a total list of water impact complaints related to oil and gas drilling. I've been told that it was confidential, then I've been told, well, we can put the list together, we just have to redact information. Then I was told again it was confidential. I've actually gotten these lists from other regional offices, but for clarification, this regional office had their attorney call me last week and say that Scott Perry himself has made all water impact complaints related to oil and gas activities confidential information. And for clarification, I asked, is this the case for mining cases or waste management cases or anything like that? No. This is just for oil and gas suspected cases. So you know that when you have to make certain kinds of information classified and off limits, that you probably have something to hide.
Yep.
I asked the attorney what reason was Scott Perry gave for making these particular water impact complaints confidential. And he said that it was because Scott Perry didn't want the complaints to have a chilling effect. That's the words he used. He didn't want it to have a chilling effect on ... He didn't finish the sentence. But you can finish the sentence yourself, probably. I don't want to take up any more time. I just want to end with this. This administration and this public agency tell us all the time that everything's fine, that people are being protected, and that the impacts aren't an issue. And we are all here because we know that is not true. So, yes, we want to make this public agency accountable to the public, but it is all of our responsibility to protect each other, and that's why we're here to stand in solidarity with our friends. So thanks for coming, everybody.
Make it ours! Make it ours! DEP! Make it ours! Make it ours! Make it ours! DEP! Make it ours!
So folks, we're not here alone today. There are people who are at every DEP regional office in the state. We are saying no to extractive industries, to stop destroying our communities. Our next speaker is the Headley family, David and Linda, and their young son Adam, who has a very one-word important message to say to us. But they have been dealing with drilling going on near their property and the impacts that has had on their family. David and Linda and Adam. You want to do it for me, Adam?
Protect me.
Yeah, I'm not too prepared for a speech. I think a lot of you know me. I'm not much prepared for a speech, but we've had several run-ins with the DEP through the last year. We have some good men who are on the ground here trying to do their job, but their hands are tied. We've been told we're a pain in their ass and much more. I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty sad though when you take your child to the hospital and they won't tell you what's wrong. Just get away from where you are, and we can't tell you why.
Go ahead, tell us why.
It is pretty bad though whenever you have to tell the DEP who he works for and who he don't. And we had to tell a local DEP that he works for us, he's to protect us, he's not there to protect oil and gas.
Thank you. So many times does a citizen call the DEP to file a complaint and are being told there's nothing wrong when they can see it from their front porch.
Right.
Our next speaker is Terry Greenwood. He's from Daisytown in Washington County, and he has some interesting stories about he was treated and disrespected from the department officials.
Yes, I'm Terry Greenwood from Washington County. I have a little farm, 60-acre farm, and they drilled 2 wells on our property, and I didn't sign the lease. It was an old lease from 1921. And they drilled two wells on our property. They're the vertical wells. They're not the horizontal, so I'm not under Marcellus, but they do just as much damage to the water tables and that. And we had 4 bodies of water on our farm when they started. And then when they did start testing the water at the beginning, the DEP out of California office wouldn't test our spring and our pond for the cattle. He said, that is not for human consumption. And I told him, I sell my cattle for people to eat. That is for human consumption. And this is just some of the ways they treat you. And they drilled us another water well after ruining our water. They drilled 5 water wells, and the last water well they got, it has high levels of sodium in it. And you can't drink it. It tastes like ocean water. And the DEP says it tastes salty because you're not using it. I said, well, you drink it. And that's how, these are some of the things that they talk to you and tell you. You know, they just say smart remarks to you. And I told the DEP, I says, you work for the industry. You're not helping the people. And then in 2009, the DEP come to me with a paper from Dominion Gas. It said, sign this release form to take all things that Dominion has done to you, all hardships they've done to you, or we're going to take the water buffalo off of you. And the water buffalo has been here for 4 years watering my cattle. They take the water buffalo off of me, and I don't have no water. And it's drinking water, we're drinking out of a water dispenser. We don't have no water no more. So I got a 60-acre farm, and I've lost cattle. I lost 10 calves in 2008. I lost 4 calves this year, a cow this year. It's killing the cattle off. So the DEP does not help you at all. Yeah. So the gas company is just ruining the waters for everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
DEP, don't expect protection. DEP, don't expect protection. DEP, don't expect protection. All right. DEP, Department of Energy Protection. Hey.
So we heard
Department of
from
Energy
today.
Protection.
We will no longer be disregarded, like I said, and we will no longer be ignored. And when these unfortunate things happen to the people that are here today that told their story, they will not stand unchallenged anymore. We're going to have Patrick Young close out the day.
Hey everybody, I'm Patrick Young from the Shadbush Environmental Justice Collective. Thanks everybody from Shadbush who's out here. Hey, we're doing full introduction.
All right, just full introduction now.
And Mel Packer is here as well. We don't want to forget him. So we heard from 2 really bad stories about some families who are not being protected by our Department of Environmental Protection. And we know that there's a lot more stories just like that out there. But we know that the industry is paying a lot of money to keep people quiet and paying a lot of money to keep these stories out of the public discourse and out of the public dialogue. So we all need to thank these folks who are speaking up, who are telling their stories. Let's thank them. So the anti-fracking movement here in Pennsylvania is relatively new. We're a pretty new movement. Just a couple of years ago, when we all started hearing about fracking, a group sprung up called Marcellus Protest. And Marcellus Protest is out here in full force today. We've been doing that for 3-4 years strong, doing incredible work. And And we have other folks who are standing up across this region to tell their stories, to push back against the industry. We've got Maggie Henry here. Maggie Henry. We got all the folks who locked themselves to a pig in front of her well pad. But we don't have one group or another group here. We don't have just CCJ or the Mountain Watershed Association or Marcella's Protest or the Shad Bush Environmental Justice Collective. Right now, this is a huge moment for our movement. It's a huge moment for our movement because today, in 6 different cities across the state, in 6 different communities across the state, people are standing up, and the first time we've ever seen a coordinated grassroots effort across the state to say, let's make it our DEP!
Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP!
So the industry's big, the industry's scary, the industry's strong, but we're going to get bigger, we're going to get stronger, and we're going to get even scarier, and we're going to stop fracking, we're going to protect our water, we're going to protect our farms, we're going to protect our health, we're going to make it our DEP! Make it our DEP!
Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP! Make it our DEP!
We're gonna take a saunter on back, folks. Those of you who have signs you picked up from all of us, just leave them in the grass where you picked them up, and we'll collect them all. It's a wonderful day. Thanks. We'll just take your time going back.